Labour government considers one of the biggest reform in the property market, especially in the capital gain tax rules segment. Now, other political party which is Green and other economics, they're also calling for the reform in CGT rules because they believe we're spending so much money giving discount for wealthy people when they sell the investment property. And to some extent, it is true as well, because when it started many years ago, it was because to compensate for the inflation. Now the property are rising way faster than inflation. So what many economists thinks, it should not be the same proportionate anymore. So it should be little change now. CBA tips 18 billion housing tax perk most likely to be cut. CBA, one of the biggest Australian bank, has also revised his housing outlook this year. Now they're expecting house price to rise 5% only in 2026, little bit lower than before. They believe because of all the negative talk about the CGT rules and rising interest rate, it will not grow as much as they were expected before. The government is considering scaling the 50% capital gain tax deduction in property investors as it prepares for what Anthony Albanese says will be a significant reform budget in May. Parliamentary Budget Office analysis commissioned by Greens-led select committee into the operation of CGT discount shows it will cost the budget 247 billion over the next 10 years. That's a significant amount of money. Imagine what government can do with this amount of money. So that's why they're trying to dig into it and say, hey, how can we get more from this one? The analysis shows the richest 1% of income earners will get a staggering 59% of the benefit from the CGT discount this financial year, rising from previously analysis of 54%. So what it tells us is majority of the time, the rich people, top 1%, top 5%, top 10%, they are the one getting the benefit from this CGT discount anyway, because they are the one holding so many properties. So they're calling government to change this rule to make it more fair for other people. And if this happens, this can have a slightly negative impact on the property market, especially in the investment segment. And that can maybe so many people can able to afford the investment home owner occupied property after these changes. So, but it can also backfire. How? See, if there is no investor in the market, that means there is no demand. Who is going to buy all these new houses, new apartments they're building? Owner occupier are not going to buy all of them. So that can also slow down the growth of the new construction. So government has to really think and see how to balance between the demand as well as not negatively impact the property market. They don't want to crash the market, right? So they really have to be very careful on this one. So if you are thinking about buying investment property this year, whether it's the right time to wait and watch or you want to buy before it happens, do your due diligence and make sure you stay informed on this topic. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Priyank Patel. See you next time.